Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another session of Peeking Over the Fence. And I'm your host, Richard Landy. This is for financial advisors and their teams who might be considering the next transition opportunity. So, welcome here today. And as you know, we are Bridgemark Strategies. We are an independent recruiting consulting firm, and we work for you. We work for the advisor. You are our client, and that's our competitive edge in this market space. We are not beholden to any firm that we introduce you to. So, we really, truly are an unbiased resource. Today, what I'm going to talk to you about, it's a true story. I had a Morgan Stanley team reach out to me last week, kind of in distress. They missed the red flags. Yep. So, a former Morgan Stanley team called me last week. They had just transitioned to independence about a year ago, a little over a year ago. And it's all around the onboarding situation. The onboarding experience was just horrific. And they admitted they didn't do it the right way. And that's why they reached out to me this time about their next option. So, in their onboarding experience, because they didn't do enough of the due diligence in advance, has cost them a tremendous amount of clients that they can never, ever get back. It's cost them time they cannot get the time back. And of course, it's cost them a ton of money that they just can't get back to them today. So before you sign anything, six things I'd like to just touch on, six out of 24 when it comes to just onboarding, right? Number one, did you meet and have you met your onboarding specialist to get to know who they are, their system and process? Number two, part of that was it going to be a virtual onboarding team where it's done from corporate headquarters, or was it going to be boots on the ground, a local team coming in? In their heads, somehow they figured out they had a team coming in, going to be local, help them out. That wasn't the case. It was all done from home office. That began to spiral out of its own control. Number three, big question to ask. Not everybody does this. How many onboardings are going to be happening the week before, the week of, and the week after? Think about that. When you're coming on board, how much of those resources are going to be pulled away? And in their case, there were a few of them. It happens all the time with these firms, but they were not physically prepared for the amount of onboardings that were going on at the same time. It's called mapping, right? Your product mapping. Now, most firms do a product mapping just to make sure your assets can move from one firm to another firm. And in their case, at Morgan Stanley, there were some proprietary managed future products, millions, that weren't discovered. And those did not get put through. I mean, they held back the ACAT for about 3 months. Again, make sure you're doing your mapping of your products. What's going to move is going to move. Number five, I recommend heavily open up a mock account. It's pretty simple. Open up a fake account. You want to get to understand the systems and the process, the paperwork involved. Is it going to be a chunky thing or is it going to be streamlined? So make sure you do that. And number six, this one gets looked over way too much, way too much. Those are securities pledge accounts, right? Your clients have a loan based on the assets that they have in the account. Well, in this case, the Morgan Stanley team, very large, had several of those. They weren't identified. Not only does it stop an ACAT dead in its tracks, think about this particular team. They had had these established for many years, extremely low interest rates. They make a move during a higher interest rate environment. Guess what's happened? It's chaos, to say the least. Again, lost clients that they're never, ever going to get back. It's never too late to ask these questions. If you're in the process today, please ask the questions. If you're at go time, stop them. Ask the same questions. Understand what you're about to go through. You need to know your landmines. You got to know about the potholes. And unlike this Morgan Stanley team, they just didn't do enough due diligence, and it's cost them another move just about a year later. I hope that doesn't happen to you. So look, I hope this helped out just a little bit. If you'd like to learn more, maybe you have a general question, feel free to reach out to me and contact me. Maybe it's time for you to peek over your own fence. You've got all my contact information, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have an awesome day.